how's it going? It's Shanks Otome here, coming to you on the video this time. But Chang, that isn't a fucking Neutron star. What are you talking about? What's this Neutron is go nonsense? I've seen an M class before, and a K class, and a G, and an A, and an E, D, B. I know how to scoop them. You just fly near them, and then it gives you fuel. Well, today we go into uncharted territories. Well, not really, excuse me. We go into territories to help you learn how to do the thing that I do. And maybe you won't become like me in learning how to do it without having to go through the hell of figuring it out yourself. Because that is the beast right there. Alright. Let me turn that down. We might put up some other music by him. Why not? And we'll just shuffle a file. I don't know how to do that now anymore. Miscellaneous file list. It's so small. Sort list file. There we go. Alright. So now we got some really quiet music in the background while we're doing this thing that is happening right now, which is the video thing, which is a thing to deal with neutrons. So, neutrons, you want to know how to scoop them, you want to know how to use them, you want to get that 300% boost. Well, that's what we're all here about. Let me, there we go. Oh, this has already been scanned and visited by somebody, but that's okay, because that's not what we're here for. First of all, you need to find yourself a neutron. We're going to go over that a little bit later, but I'm already at one. And, well, we'll just start with the basics. There's a neutron. Target the neutron. Get away from the neutron. The neutron wants to kill you. It's the only thing it exists to do, is to destroy and obliterate all life it comes across. These things are not your friends. They can be your friends, but only in certain dire circumstances where you need to take advantage of them. So, what I've done, you can see the neutron on my radar down here, is it is down below me. I'm actually facing away from it slightly. And with it right about here, on this particular cone length, I would be entering the cone at about 30 degrees, which is a good rate to enter it in on. Now, scooping a neutron. Basics you need to start with. 1. A neutron. 2. I don't know. You need a fuel scoop. That's for damn sure. So, go over to my modules. Make sure I have a fuel scoop. Do I have a fuel scoop? I don't think I'd be out here if I didn't, but let's just make sure. Fuel scoop is checked and go. It is active. That's number 2. You need your fuel scoop. You need it turned on. Your fuel scoop ain't turned on, or you don't have one, you ain't scooping a neutron. You ain't getting no boost. Neutron scoops are just like scooping fuel. You're just scooping boosted jumponium off them is what you're getting. So if you don't have a fuel scoop, you ain't scooping jack. Second of all, you need guts. Let's go into it. 30 degrees, we're going to coast in at 75. There we go. As soon as we hit the cone, throttle down. Get the warning, FSD operating. It is supercharged, so now we boost back up to 75% throttle, and we're out, and we're supercharged. Did you blink? Did you miss it? Were you not there for it? to be witness to me? Witness me! Did you miss it? Oh, it's alright, because we got a lot of them on our route, and we got a whole lot of things planned for this. So we're going to be doing it several times. But that's all it takes. That's really all there is to it. All that talk and show was all for literally that whole 3 seconds of video that you got right there. That's all there is. But, let's make some notes. Throttle back down. Fuel scoop is on, it is active. But, you'll notice, my frameshift drive seems to have taken some damage. How could that have happened? I wonder. Well, when you're scooping a neutron star, as well as scooping, because it overcharges your frameshift drive, it will damage it slightly. The damage you take depends on the integrity of your frameshift drive. If you have a decently, if your frameshift drive is not too integrity worn by flying for too long out in the black, or by engineering it so that it's so weak that it can't take a pebble to the engines, then you're going to be okay. But if you've been out there for a while, you will notice that as you scoop more and more neutrons, it will climb up in how much percentage damage you take. If you got a good integrity built up and you're just flying out, it might only be 0.5% per neutron jump. But if you've been out there for a year and you don't have the integrity in your frameshift drive, you might notice that a single scoop does 2% damage. Or if you spend too long in the cone, and we're going to try to test that one out next by jumping down here to where we're headed. And you'll see it. Alright, so what you see in my map, let's show this, I'll explain this. So, on my map, I've gone out here, and I still have O-class because I like to find them. But I've got my Wolf Rides, Carbons, and non-sequence stars. Non-sequence stars are your post-death stars, shall we say, to keep it simple. You notice there's a whole cluster of them down here. That's really easy and convenient for me, even though we're not getting as far down as we're going. What are they? We got a neutron, probably all neutrons. I don't expect any black holes at this kind of degree on our yeah, so we're down at minus 1,000. So, alright. And I'll explain that in just a bit once we get to the next one. So let's get to it. Welcome to the show, Alexio DS Drum. Alright, should you scoop a neutron star while facing it? Absolutely not. I will not even be demonstrating that because there's literally no escape from it if you do. If you are facing a neutron star and you are scooping it, you are already dead. So let's talk about that. So the neutron cones are basically ejecta from the neutron core itself. What's happening is as the neutron spins around, and they're not emulated in the game as they are in real space. We all know that. That's okay. But the cones are the ejecta spun off of the neutron. Excuse me. As they are burning out what's left of their materials. It is those stellar remnants that you are picking up when you scoop them, which is overcharging, supercharging your frameshift drive to give you the extra boost you need. Which we did not cover ranges to show off how much boost that is, so I'll have to do that again. Now, the cones, because they're ejecta cones, they do have a force on them. They are pushing you. They will cause you to tumble a bit when you're flying through them, and they will push you slightly away from the star. However, they are much like flying into a tornado or a hurricane. When you're in the center of it, it all seemed calm. And then when you get out towards the edges, it's all very chaotic and wild and dangerous.
Frameshift drive
But
charging.
they are doing their best to actually push you out. If you are heading into the star, if you are facing the star, what you are doing is heading into the cone or the eye of the storm, and that is into the exclusion zone of the star itself, much like crashing into a planet while flying into the middle of the eye of a hurricane. This is not a good thing. This will kill you. There is also very little chance of escape, because once you are inside the cone, because of the force of the cone ejecta itself and its spiral around you, it's very hard to change your positioning relative to how you entered. It will tumble you around, but it will generally continue to push you towards a forward position that you were already facing. However, if you're facing into the star and you enter the cone, it will tumble you around while you slowly basically spiral downwards and downwards and downwards into the exclusion zone of the star. You will then drop into normal space, and then you will die. And there really ain't no escaping that, because once you're down there, you're toast. If you happen to crash out into normal flight while on the edge of a cone, there kind of is an escape. But if you're inside the exclusion zone, you're dead. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're dead. 2 more jumps to our next neutron star. Alright. So, heading on to our next neutron star, we got 2 more jumps, and then we'll be doing this again. And again, blink and you'll miss it. It doesn't take that long. But I'll be covering every single little step between here and there the whole way. Don't worry about a thing. I got you covered. Now, Shank, why aren't you exploring? You're just honking systems moving on. Well, because I'm making a video and I'm trying to explain a thing, and explaining a thing is difficult if you get distracted by other things. So we're just doing one thing to focus on the one thing that we're explaining, which is the thing that I'm doing, not the thing that I'm actively anticipating and engaging in right now, which is exploring and jumping from system to system. The thing I'm doing is in the next system, which is the Neutron thing. So that's the thing that we're doing, which is the thing, and not the other thing. Hope that clears that up.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Immediately, 5 people leave the chat. Hey, alright, and they're pretty standard Neutron. It's not really too small or too big. There it is. Fantastic. So we know the Neutron's here. We've honked it. We know it exists. Look around. Of course, it's already been scanned by somebody. Why is that not surprising? I'm not even going to bother. Let's untag it, actually, because I don't need it anymore. And let's no, didn't tag that one. Good. Alright, so why did I drop this low, by the way, you may be asking. Why did you come down here to minus 1000Y? XYZ, there you go. I came down here because this is the realm of the Neutron Highway. And if you can see, again, going back to map, star class, I've got my carbons, wolfrites, and non-sequence. Non-sequence are going to be my neutrons and black holes. Yes, there are more of them down here than up here on the normal flat plane of the galaxy. They do exist up here, of course, except for the dreaded Soul Cross. Let's explain the Soul Cross here for a second. That, right about there, is Sol. That is X, and that's Z. And that's 0, 0 coordinates. there are no neutrons out here. The only neutrons that exist are neutrons that actually exist in space, things like Jackson's Lighthouse that we all know about. Because of a coding error when they were first seeding the galaxy. So, neutrons will only spawn about here. So, from this bubble, about 500, 600 light years left or right, and 600 light years up and down, there is a corridor all the way across the edge of the galaxy. Even out here at Sagittarius, there are no neutrons. This is just it's a code error, it's just a thing that happened when they were seeding the galaxy. And it's something that every neutron runner has to deal with. Come all the way out here, no neutrons, nothing. Now, you'll still notice that where I am, it seems like there's not a whole lot of stuff out here. There's a few neutrons. I found one, I got one there, and got a couple there, got one there, and got a couple here. So they are still rather sparse, but they're out here. But why does this matter? Why do I care so much about this minus 1000y here? This coordinate right here. Well, if we go up here, some random place in the middle of the core, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds upon hundreds of neutron stars. And I believe if you go up to plus 1000, again, the same. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of neutrons for you to travel on. These are the known and infamous neutron highway. Plus 1000y, minus 1000y. I just am particular to minus 1000 because that's where I find myself comfortable. Alright, again, let's target it real quick. There it is, 0.69. Now, I can get closer. The exclusion zone to a neutron star is about 0.13 light years or so. However, if you're getting that close, you've already messed up. The closest you ever want to enter a cone is at about 0.36, 0.4, literally the absolute closest. I would suggest entering it as far out as you possibly can. This is a decent length cone, so I'm going to travel out a little bit further, maybe 0.6, 0.7, and just slowly dip into it.
Warning.
There we go, we're just on the edge.
Beyond safety limits.
Throttle down while I tumble. I'm aiming myself out.
Supercharged.
Throttle back up once charged. Boom, there you go. Now what does that supercharge mean? What does that actually mean? Well, I go over to my ship, go all the way down here. Hey, I've got 200 light years jump range. How did that happen? Well, because I'm really good at engineering bazookas. No, has nothing to do with that at all. I'm an idiot. That is 300% bonus on top of my normal standard 50 light year range on this ship. That's why neutrons are useful. That is what they are useful for. So we got two in a row here, so I'm gonna just rush these real quick and keep on keeping on. This is gonna get me a little below the minus 1000. It's gonna put me around minus 11, minus 1200, but you know, it's useful. It's useful for me because I'm trying to get somewhere at a certain speed, shall we say. Alright. there's the Neutron. Target. I don't need to target the Neutron. It just makes it useful.
System scan complete.
Again, pretty standard Neutron. Pretty average. Nothing special. Come on over to here. 50 light year range. Module. Oh, what's that? What? My frame shift drive took... It took more damage. Again, as I started with, scooping these will damage your frame shift drive. Well, I've got my scoop, and I've got my frame shift drive. What can I do to mitigate that?
Frame shift drive
Well,
operating
if you're
beyond
Neutron
safety
jumping,
limits.
really not a whole lot.
Frame shift drive supercharged.
Which is why... Ooh, let me get out of this. Which is why... Once you're out to a safe distance... Still targeting the star, so I'm not going to jump when I try to drop out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, there we go. 10 light seconds, that's good. Oh, too fast. Got too excited there for a second. So what can I do to mitigate that? Well, really nothing. So what you do instead is you always make sure you're carrying one of these. Where is it? Bam. AFMU. Oh crap, it's too much power. So I just turn off something else. Okay, it's good to go. AFMU will now let me repair my frame shift drive module. 96, 97, 98, 99. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. You guys gotta deal with that.
Module repaired.
Fantastic, module repaired. So I can turn this thing back off, because we're done with it. Turn this thing back on, because now we need it. Find out my next target. There we go, it's already targeted.
Cannot comply.
Yeah. As I mash my keyboard. Where is it? 0. There it is.
Frame shift drive
Charge my frame shift. 139 light years. We're good to go. Now, other than getting that boost, other than getting that, what is it, 50 to 200 light year bonus, what is the real benefit of neutron stars? Well, if you gotta get somewhere in a hurry, like say 4,000 light years away, and there happens to be a list of neutrons in between you and there, like there happens to be. It's not the prettiest list, but there it is. Ooh, it gets real ugly right there. Now, my route has 37 jumps. Turn off jet cone boosts. Do not use those. Flying here normally, 4,200 light years away, 122. That's a lot of jumps. If I'm tracking behind and I'm trying to catch up with people, that's a lot of jumps. It's going to put me off trying to catch up with them, because I'm just not going to give a damn. So use jet cone boost. And there we go. 37 jumps. So let's see how quick we can do these, huh?
Warning. Frame shift drive operating beyond safety.
Now, in a
limits.
smaller ship, you will tumble more than I am tumbling right now in my beluga. Bigger ships, heavier hulls will tumble less. So if you're in your anacondas and your corvettes and your cutters, type 10s and type 9s, they will not tumble as much. If you're out there in your haulers and your type 6s and your
4, 3, 2,
federal gunships, I don't know what people are flying, maybe even your phantoms, these things will tumble you around like a drunk cat in a dishwasher. So be careful. Know what you're doing. Always pay attention. Be sure that you can handle the cone that you are entering.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Oh, I'm having to fly right past that one. Well, shit. Well, oh no, I flew right past the cone. Fortunately, the cone is still projecting out in front of me. What I don't want to do is turn into the star and fly directly back into it. That would be a bad thing to do. Don't do that. What I'm doing right now, don't do this. I'm actually not going to fly into it, by the way. I'm not that stupid. But do not turn immediately back in because you do not charge fully. Fly out 1 or 2 light seconds. Get your bearings. Get yourself reset. Go back into the cone. Take your time. There you go. We're charged and we're jumping out of the cone. Fantastic. That's how you do it. You don't want to mess around with these things. Well, I guess messing around is relative, but you don't want to tempt them too much because, like I said at the start, these things only want one thing, and that's to kill you. So, again, we fired off at 655. We're trying to get 4,000 light years. Let's see how fast we can go there, huh? Oof, that's a small tail. Gotta be much more careful with these. Small tails you can enter in on a flatter plane, but you want to make sure you are going very slow and in control. Stay in control. That is the main message that I want to get across. I'm hoping I can find a millisecond. That wasn't like a really small cone. I'd love to find a real small cone, and hopefully. Why am I jumping doing that? Come on, that's pathetic. You can jump further than that, right? No, I can't. Okay.
Drive charging.
One thing to always, of course, another thing to always pay attention is your fuel, which I can't look at right now. There's my fuel. Always watch your fuel. Always make sure you have an escape. Always make sure you have an out. If you're in the core, it's usually pretty dense out there. You're going to find stars you can scoop, and it's not going to be a problem.
Fuel scooping.
If you're out on the edge, you'll find neutron paths that dead end into nothing and have no scoopable stars they can jump to. And then you've got nowhere to go. You're stuck. Even the fuel rats can't come out and save you in most of those situations. So always pay attention to your fuel. That's just a general rule of thumb. When you're out here on the Neutron highway, though, of course, you can always say, hey, well, let me get some neutrons. There we go. I got all these neutrons here. Where'd they go? Are they down below me? Yeah, they are. All these neutrons out here. What am I going to do now? Because I'm stuck. Well, there's always lots of regular stars. You just go in a normal, realistic map, and you look above you, maybe 100 light years, and you should be fine. Not really a whole lot to worry about with that. It's only when you're out, out here, out in these outer two barriers, or these outer two zones. That's where you gotta be careful with your neutrons. Gotta be real careful with them. Because there are some neutron paths that even I've found that are happy to just dump you in the middle of nowhere, and there ain't nothing there to get back on. Are there any questions, class? Do I need to explain anything again? I'm sure I'll explain it again at some point, but right now we're just trying to go as fast as we can. Which isn't terribly fast, it's just, you know, it's all relative terms.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping.
Obviously, as if anything, your fuel increases your tonnage, it will affect your jump ranges, but
Fuel scooping complete.
that's not what we're really worried about and concerned with here at the moment.
Frameshift drive charging.
Another thing with neutrons is you're going to find these weird, awkward, like what I saw before, where it was basically going up and then down, and it was like I can go straight across, so why not? So that's why I readjusted my neutron route pathing. The automatic neutron routing is not the best. Oh, your name is way too blue. Phantom Blue. Is this an orca or a dolphin? This is a beluga. This is the biggest ship in the game. It's extremely maneuverable. It's broken how maneuverable it is. It is as maneuverable as a Type 7 in Super Cruise. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it weighs twice as much as an Anaconda. But there you go. I did fly an Orca for a year, and it was a beautiful and wonderful ship, and because of that, that's why I'm continuing to fly Saud Kruger.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And since 3.3, when they've removed all module restrictions to the Beluga, and I no longer have to carry luxury passenger cargo, I can put all kinds of fun toys in this thing. And so I have done so. And maybe we'll fly those out when we get somewhere where we're getting...
Beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Yes, the Beluga is extremely maneuverable. At least in Super Cruise. In normal flight, it's still pretty... Oh no. Okay, it's not asking me to boost on that, is it? Can I just jump there? No, I can't. Son of a mother. Alright, well, that can't be too far then. That can't be too much of a jump, right? Alright, I'm gonna explain white dwarfs and how much I hate them now here in a second.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Phoenix blue. All right, yeah, I can definitely see that. Sorry, man. I'm using dark and dark lettering on dark chrome and dark twitch. It's just it's hard. Fuck these things. So here's why I hate white dwarfs. As we popped in, you saw this big great yellow ring around it. That's the exclusion zone. The exclusion zone doesn't stay there. I have no idea how close I can get to this thing. I'm already way too close at 0.31 light seconds. I don't want to be anywhere near that. It also makes it really hard to fly around because I can't tell where the exclusion zone ends, so I'm just going to aim away from it. Get myself some distance, and I'm not going to scoop off of it. Okay, once we're on, there we go, 12, 15 light seconds. Now, I'm going to show you a thing, and hopefully I can. Yeah, it's so bright it's hard to see. The exclusion zone on this particular type of white dwarf extends to about here. Around this freaking star. It's immense. It's really, really big. Now, you can scoop off a white dwarf. You know what you can do? You know what you can do that's a lot easier and a lot safer than that? FSD injection level 2. It's the exact same bonus. White dwarfs give you 50%. They don't even give you a 100% bonus. They don't even double your jump range. There is no point in ever risking yourself with a white dwarf. So just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Frameshift drive charging.
White dwarfs give you a 50% boost, but again, that's just J2, as we call it, Jumponium 2. There's literally no point in ever doing it. I have, but I also strongly advise against it at the same time, because it's just not safe. Entered that way too fast. I'm going to fly right through it. I'm going to turn around and do it again. Yep. So again, flying away. Getting me a little bit of range. Yeah, a little bit of range on a neutron star is actually a lot, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. You know the words that are coming out of my mouth. And carefully again enter the end of the cone.
Warning, frameshift drive operating.
Charged and get out.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's not right. 83 light years, come on. I can do better than that, can't I? There we go. Let's get to one of these. How about that one? How far is that? 232. Too far. 240. That's even further. Okay, that doesn't work. How about this one? Perfect. 194.
Frameshift drive charging.
Perfect. You gotta know your own personal range. You gotta know this right here. What are your ship statistics? What is your core jump range, and what is your neutron boosted range? You gotta know those things. Once you do, you're set though. You can do this all day long. Ugh. And now that I'm over here, get ourselves a boost again, and then replot.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
I'm flying at these things way too fast, by the way. I know the cone is still in front of me out there somewhere. There it is.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift
again,
drive
not aiming
supercharged.
into the star. I just happened to know that I passed the cone and it was still in front of me. Alright, trying to get out here. It's already at 3,000 light years. We've already gone 1,000 light years in about, what, 10, 15 minutes, so not bad. Not bad at all.
Frameshift drive charging.
1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5 more jumps and then a fuel star. Fantastic. Fantastic.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Why am I not stopping to stare at the neutron star core to scan it? Because I don't need to anymore. Since the new honk feature
Frameshift drive
and the
operating
new
beyond
FSS,
safety
all I need to do is honk it and the star is
limits.
scanned.
Frameshift drive
And I'm done
supercharged.
with it. So, there you go. Obviously nothing in the system is explored, but
Frameshift
I know the
drive
star and the
charging.
system exist. I have confirmed their existence. 34 jumps now on this new plot, which
4,
makes it seem like I didn't save a whole lot of time by replotting in the first place, but I'm sure there's something towards the end that the auto plotter has fudged up, and we can take care of that when we get to it. But we're gonna get through this straight line of about 4 neutron stars by themselves real quick here. Now,
systems.
I'm not being very careful, obviously. Being careful would be to zero throttle every time you enter one of these systems.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating.
That way you don't
beyond safety
crash into
limits.
anything. I am not
Frameshift
being
drive
careful.
Supercharged.
Do not fly like me. Fly like me.
Frameshift drive charging.
Fly like me, but at about 10% speed, basically. I'm just showing what is possible and what can be done.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm also not exploring anything, which is really disappointing and depressing to me as an explorer, because I'm not seeing shit. I'm just moving as fast as I can. Nope. Lazy River, fantastic. Alright. This I will target the star on. So, here, you can see, I'm at half light second. The cone only extends about 1 light second out from the star. So, on something like this, is where you might need to get as close as 0.4, 0.36 light seconds, like I said. But if you get any closer than that, you're doing it wrong. Don't. Stop. Get some help. Don't enter a neutron any closer than 0.36 light seconds. If you do, you're not my student. I can't be held responsible for what you've done to yourself, because what you've done to yourself is probably kill yourself.
Frameshift
The whole point of doing this is to avoid that. Is the audio okay, by the way? Can you guys hear me? Is it too loud, too quiet? Do I need to turn down any other volume? Am I alright? And again, half hour, we're probably going to re-explain all the details, but I just want to make sure my volume's good. There we go. Standard Neutron. Fantastic.
System scan complete.
So again, and you'll notice, even though I'm trying to go fast, I'm not necessarily going for the cone that is aimed in the direction of where I'm headed already. I'm just trying to get into the cone that is, well, not easiest for me to get to, but is the safest for me to get to, so that I know that the cone I enter is going to have me entering it facing away from the star.
Frameshift drive charging.
If that makes sense. That's not right. Come on. I can do better than that. Let's go here.
Frameshift drive charging.
I got tons of fuel still. Alright, thank you, Twisted Fate. And, another dark blue name that I can't read. Darkhand. Oh, Darkhand! Hey! Is that the actual Dark Hand, or is that just somebody with the same name? I don't know. I don't know everybody's names. Also, this isn't my Twitch channel, or YouTube channel, or anything like that. It's the radio, so I'm just broadcasting on their network to make it easier for people to watch and see all this stuff.
System scan complete.
Also, my voice picked up some severe bass there for a second. I don't know what that was.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
This is distant radio. Yeah, I should do. I might actually be getting a cold, so that would explain some things, but it's also kind of funny at the same time. Oh yeah, there we go. We still got 3 more Neutrons jumps. Yeah. However, we're gonna 21. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dark Hand is Mechanic Man, by the way. He was talking with some people earlier, and seems like a really nice guy. Seems really friendly, and I really enjoyed his videos, and I hope he continues to make those. And again, I apologize, my voice does not sound like my normal voice, and whatever. I do have some audio in the background, so at least it's not just complete silence when I stop talking, but it's still not the best.
Beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
So Mechanic Man actually has the same Twitch as his Discord.
Frameshift drive charging.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Alright, about 15 minutes again. We're going to explain once more how to scoop all these stars and what we're doing. We're also going to recheck how far we've traveled. Actually, we might do that when we refuel. We'll check and we'll talk about things. That sounds good. Which will be in, a couple, like 2 minutes. That's the thing. Because of the new honk, I don't need to sit and stare at the Neutron to scan it. I just need to honk and then fly towards the cone.
Warning, frameshift drive
And everything's all good.
Safety limits. Frameshift drive.
Alright, it's set, and this should be a fuel star here.
Frameshift drive.
F white,
charging.
hell yeah. Excuse me, sniffling and everything. So, any questions about... I'm gonna do questions about anything, technically. Right now, I'm just showing how to do neutrons, how to use the neutron highway, how to scoop, explaining how to do it safely, and explaining what happens when you do scoop it. In fact, since I'm gonna be refueling here anyway, I'm gonna show off the next part right now. So, let me get in the scoop range.
Fuel scooping.
Game audio does seem a little loud on my side, but that's probably just my headphones.
System scan complete.
Hey, system scan complete. Thank you for letting me know 3 times. That's definitely not a bug. That is a feature. So, what I was talking about, current, 52, because I'm at almost no fuel. But, modules, again, I've done several jumps. You can see my frameshift drive now has taken some damage. I'm down to 91%. That is why you need an auto field maintenance unit if you are going to be flying with neutrons. Even if you think you're only going to use like maybe 10 on the expedition, if you even are considering about using neutrons at all, you need an auto field maintenance unit, because once your frameshift drops to below 80%, it starts to have failures, and those failures can be very, very bad. Very, very bad. I may actually fly around and try to get it that low after this, but well, I could repair it right now, but I kind of feel like I need to drop it to 79, 78% just to explain why it's so bad. And I also think that this is kind of goofy. That's definitely a little wonky, little chun chun chun. So I'm going to go over here instead in 2 jumps, and then we're going to replot again. So that's another thing. When you're using Neutron Highway, every 8 to 10 jumps, check it, look at your gal map, replot if you need to, and it will try to recalculate and fix any little weird jitters in it. It was telling us we were going to be like 43 jumps at first, and then 37, and then 32, and literally I made a single jump and it went from 32 to 21. So,
Fuel scooping complete.
you know. But again, the only reason to really use neutrons is because you need to get somewhere quickly. Let's track it again. How far have we come? Because we start... Oh, I didn't keep the bookmark because I'm dumb. Is that where we started? No. Oh no, we started much further back than that. We started like way back here. But... Well, let's just see how far we have to go. Well, we started with having to go 4,300 light years, and we only have 1,700 left to go. So let's math that out real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, boys and girls, get out your 5th grade math. That's 2,600 light years we've already traveled in 25 minutes. So, yeah, or something like that. Maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But we're definitely going to get to where we're trying to get to in under the hour. Not for total stream time, because I wasted a bunch of time streaming me just doing general neutron stars to get to here in the first place. But since I've been on the neutron trail, on the neutron highway, yeah, there you go. I'm definitely going to do close to 5,000 in under an hour. Not a problem. Once I get to where I'm headed to, I'm actually going to be calling it a night. Well, not a night so much as I'm going to be ending the stream. This is literally just to show off what this is. Actually, what is that? That's probably something really close to me. It's not that. Okay. Up and above. Ooh. It's not that either. What is that? It's above that. Oh, it's this. It's a beast. Yeah, it's a beast. Oh, yeah, there it is. Another B. What is it? B74. Do I really want to visit? No, I don't want to. No, I'm doing a thing. I'm doing the thing. We're continuing with the thing. The thing is continuing. Oof. If I was exploring normally, I'd probably go visit it, but we're doing a thing here, and the thing is that we're showing off neutrons.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Thudbucker voice is fine. All right, that's good to know. That's good to know because I've tinkered with it substantially since my first stream on the video with the restream.
Frameshift drive operating.
Because the first video I did is the was the high G, heavy G with heavy C, and the audio on that was not so great. Also, there was the chat with Kenny. Well, I think we were mining, and that one was terrible. It's almost impossible to hear.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I'm glad to hear that it is audible. Actually, I should actually pop in there and see if they want to talk on the radio. Any of the radio crew active? Hello, hello. No, nobody here. Alright, it's just me, all by my lonesome. That's alright. Anybody in Fleetcom General? No, that's pretty much died since I left it. We were helping out with some rebuilds and some outfitting and getting people prepped for this big thing that's happening in a week. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called Distant Worlds 2. It's only got about 5,000 explorers who have all joined up to fly to the other edge of the galaxy and then home again. It's a small thing. You probably haven't heard of it. It's all right. It's all good.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I'm Chanks Atome, the king of self-deprecation, and don't worry, I find humor in it, so I have a lot of fun with it, and I hope you all do too. Oh yes, there we go. Ho 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 ho. I was hoping for one of these.
System scan complete.
Oh. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Just look at it. It's beautiful. Glorious. Chang, you just dropped into normal space that close to a neutron star. That can't be safe. No, it's not safe. I would never advise doing this. Man, it's beautiful, isn't it? It is so beautiful. Am I insane? Am I crazy?
Frameshift drive charging.
Getting back into Super Cruise by phasing away from it because I'm not stupid.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright. Zero throttle again. Turn back around. I haven't actually moved very far, but I do get to show you how to deal with a millisecond spin neutron, which is what this is. It's spinning so fast that it makes a rotation in under a millisecond, which is why it has this massive cone. And I am targeting it. Oh, it's in the wrong button. Sorry about that. Oof, that could have been bad. The cone is so massive that I don't want to enter it at 0.36 light seconds. I don't want to enter it at 1 light second. I'm going to enter this thing way, 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 way out here at about 3 to 4 light seconds. There we go. And I'm not going to throttle down. I'm gonna tap my throttle back and forth just to make sure I'm in it.
Drive supercharged.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Oh, yeah. And I'm at 16 light seconds from the star now. That's how much force it had to push me around. It literally turned me around to a point where I was almost facing in towards it, and it still pushed me out to 16 light seconds. That is what a millisecond neutron will do. They are, as any neutron, dangerous, but they are not as dangerous as some of the smaller neutron stars, because they have so much force pushing you away from them that it will negate even your own throttle most of the time. Even in a massive ship, you are going to tumble. So enter it really, really far out. You can enter it up to 10 light seconds out, I think, and still get effects. Still get the scoop from the boot. Still get the cone scoop boost from it at 8, 10 light seconds. That thing pushed me out to 16 light seconds before I finally got out of it, and the cone was still out there. So that's just a note, and I'm glad I actually got to see one to show that to you. Let me check real quick. Of course it's been found. Of course it's been found. That's okay.
Drive charging.
Chank is okay with stars being found by somebody else. Even neutrons. Can I get this far? Probably not. Can I get this far? Nope. Can I get this far? Yes, I can. I am doing that because the autoplotter forgets that I have most of my fuel left still, so I'm gonna go here manually. No, that's not a K yellow.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, geez, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Map. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Alright, it is giving me the furthest star out. It's not giving me the best neutron, but it's giving me the furthest star. I'm gonna go here instead, though. Even though it's a shorter range, it'll give me a neutron to neutron to neutron, and that'll give me better overall range. Again, we've got about 20 minutes or so to get 1,000 light years. Oh no, I don't know. Are we gonna make it? Huh. Oh, and here's a lazy river. It's literally the exact opposite of a millisecond star. These things spin so slowly that they almost have no cone at all. So with these, I gotta be even more careful because I have to enter it so much closer to the star.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating.
And I have to make sure I aim away while still staying in the cone. And then get out. Why are you giving me route plotted failed? Game, why do you lie to me like this? I can see shit right there. Come on. Alright, it's manual plotting time. Let's do this. 166. As far as that. 247. Okay, so we're going to go for 166 here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Auto plotting is not happy when you're out in fields of space without a whole lot of stars. So, Kuruma 10, car number 10. Is that an initial D reference? And this right here is, again, what 90% of neutrons look like. So let me talk over it, because I said I was going to do it a half hour, and I'm 5 minutes late. So there's the star. The star is behind me. Let's fly all the way out so I can actually show this off fine. Why not? I got time. I got lots of time. Nothing but time. Time is... So there we go. There's the star. I've dropped in at 0.71 light seconds. Oh, it's right in front of me. So, I've scanned it, seen it all, whatever. What I want to do, aim away from it while following the cone's ejector line. The cone is big enough that I can actually aim at it and fly towards the cone. And then as I get closer to the cone, I want the little dot here that represents the star to move to about where it is, actually. That's a pretty good angle. It's about 30 degrees entry.
Warning.
Enter the
Frameshift
cone.
drive operating beyond safety limits.
Zero throttle while staying on the edge of the cone.
Frameshift drive
Supercharge, and then immediately pull out of the cone. You can also fly into the cone and through it if you're already moving too fast, but make sure that when you're in the cone, try to zero throttle. Otherwise, you're going to have to come around for another. You're going to have to come around again for a second tumble, basically.
Frameshift drive charging.
Things are looking good, so let's just keep on moving. Because now, at 1,000 light years, now we're hitting crunch time. Got 15 minutes. Come on, Chank, you can do this. Chank, you can do this. And I do remember, because I told you about this, that I'm going to have to deal with repairing my FSD. And I'm going to show you what that looks like when she yells at me very, very soon.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Fantastic. Yeah, when you're in the cone, to escape it, you want to just roll and then pitch up and down to get out of it. That's another tip, but I mean, if you've ever done interdictions, you already know about that. Don't bother with yaw. Roll and pitch.
Frameshift drive charging.
7 jumps. Oh, our FSD isn't even going to break down before then. Well, crap. I want my FSD to break down.
4,
Huh.
3, 2, 1.
Well, I can force it to, I guess. Maybe I'll do that on the last Neutron jump. If anybody's wondering what we are listening to in the background of the stream, by the way, this is the soundtrack to Turbo Kid, which is a movie that I think everyone should watch. It's probably... Oh, I'm not going to be able to escape that. We're just going to fly through it. Alright, there we go. Probably one of my favorite movies. Came out a few years ago, and it is... like where Stranger Things is kind of like the faux nostalgia of, hey, we're nerds too and we like this stuff. Turbo Kid is literally just a legitimate 80s action movie made in 2012 or something like that. I can't remember. But the soundtrack is amazing. The soundtrack is so 80s. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. Zero throttling here so I can actually turn around and not crash into the star while entering the cone.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Throttle.
Frameshift
down, fiddle with my throttle, up and down, up and down. Get out, we're safe.
Frameshift drive charging.
And keep on keeping on. I do genuinely think like everybody should watch Turbo. Like I could get my like friends who are like, you know, my online gamer friends who are like, you know, 18 to 20 to watch Turbo Kid, and they would just be like, holy shit, this is the best movie I've ever seen. It's like, yeah, exactly. That's what movies were like. We had a whole decade of movies like that. And then they're jealous and they're like, oh, I was born in the wrong century. But also, Turbo Kid has one of my favorite actors as the main villain. He's so good. He's like he's a classic 80s 90s villain character actor, but oh man, he's just he's fantastic. Gotta watch my language. Gotta watch my language when I'm on the distant radio channel. Excuse me, but if you don't know the name Michael Ironsides, look it up. He's amazing. Alright, I'm gonna deal with 2 normal stars here, just scoop and everything, but that's okay.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So the thing is, I know that these weird lights are systems in the system, but they threw me off for a second. Oh, there's a water world out here somewhere. Nobody's ever gonna see this system again. Nobody will ever see this system again. If I don't scan it, nobody's ever gonna know that this exists. If I don't do this, nobody's ever gonna know it exists. Nobody's ever gonna know. Nobody's ever gonna know. Come on, come on, come on. Just go fast, Chank. Come on, just go fast. Got it. Okay, that's solid. What are you? Are you the body that I'm looking for? There it is, Waterworld. Excuse me? Gas giant, okay. What else we got? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There's something over there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Could you have more moons, please? Thank you. I would appreciate that. Oh, I'm doing a Neutron explanation stream. Why am I doing this? No. No, 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 no. 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 Oh.
System scan.
Oh, God. Okay. There we go. System scan complete. The water world is there. We could go visit it. That one planet is weird. No, it's not. It's just that I'm not perpendicular to the whole system. Whatever. No, we can't scan it. We can't map it. We can't. We'll just. No. We're on. We're moving. Let's go. Oh, crap. Son of a mother. I can't fuel there. That's okay. How much fuel do I got? I'm good. I'm just making like 2 more jumps. Because I got 2 minutes to finish this up to get there in time.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Because then from here I have to go 1,000 light years up to do the 5,000 in an hour. That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, got a little bit hot there, but that's okay. Stop smoking! He says he lights a cigarette.
3, 2, 1,
Alright. Last Neutron. On the highway, last Neutron. Not technically. Another lazy river. Gotta get close to it.
engage. System scan.
But here we are. We've done our 4,300. That was close. Got really right up on top of that cone before we throttled down.
Safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Oh, no, we still got 1 more to go. How did that happen? That's alright.
Frameshift drive charging.
1 more jump. Anyway,
4, 3,
now that I've shown you
1, engage.
what can be done, you are aware how to scoop safely, what you need to scoop, and oh, I haven't shown off how your FSD borks out when you don't repair it after a while. That's right. What are we at? 84% still. Ah, damn my integrity. Okay,
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
well, I need to do this. This needs to be
Frameshift
shown.
drive supercharged.
So we're here, and I want to get up to here. So here's another tip for finding neutrons manually. I mean, we're wasting time by just doing it this way, but
Frameshift drive
again,
charging.
in Gall map, set up your map, set it to this, and just kind of hover around. I find that about 100 light year range is a good range. So right here we're at 10 light year per cube. Or light year per cube, so it's 10 light year per box. Here we're at 10 light year per box, so 100 light year per cube. And I find this is about the best range, like right here to here is the best range to actually find neutrons. So if I went up like this, and I said, okay, excuse me, I started up here, I was like, okay, I want to get to here. That's my goal. And I'm already down below it. So let's look around. Oh. What is that? That's a few hundred light years off. What is that? That's just a fuzzy. Of course it's just a fuzzy. And just kind of do this. Hover up and down, looking for neutrons. Where are they? Neutrons, where could you be? There might not be any out here in normal space at this altitude. There's a thing. What is that? It's probably an O-star. Yeah, well, we'll still bookmark it. And there's a neutron right below it, so let's bookmark that one too. This is a good reason to have bookmarks open. Oh. Did you see that? I saw it. There we go. So there's a cluster right there. So we can actually fly over to these. And that'll get me a few more percent. Oh, what was that? Hold on. Is that a neutron or is that a Wolf Riot? Oh, it's a neutron. It looked bright, so I thought it was a Wolf Riot for a second. Sorry. No, why am I still why was I charging that whole time? Also, my fuel is really shitty at the moment. I need to get fuel. Realistic mode. I can fuel off of this, can't I? What is it? A. Yes, let's fuel off of that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, definitely. Somebody made this thing way too... somebody cranked up the integrity on this despite all my efforts against it. I don't know who would do that, but somebody did. But here we're gonna stock up on fuel. Now I'm sounding more like myself because I've gotten all anxious and emotional, and my voice isn't as deep and mellow as it was about 30 minutes ago, which is good. But we've done it. We've done 5,000 light years in an hour. Just in case anybody is wondering. And I don't want to jump there. I want to jump to the neutron. So we're gonna jump to this neutron and then charge, and then jump to that neutron right next to it, and then charge again. It's a waste of charges. We don't need to do that. I'm just doing that to intentionally burn out my frameshift drive. . just message Pookie and just be like, so I'm at the site already. What do I do now? They were planning on spending like a whole day getting here. I got here in an hour. Oh. I could actually still get all the way up there in the next 5 minutes if there were neutrons, by the way. But, I will not be there for whatever their mini meeting is, because it happens when I go off to work on Monday morning, because Sunday at 1900 is not a good time for me in Japan, because Sunday at 1900 is 5 o'clock in the morning on Monday. It is a little frustrating when people are like, let's do things on Sunday. It's like, to me, that's just a big middle finger to basically everybody east of fucking Stalingrad. It's just like, we want to have a big meetup. We want to have people involved. Oh, we're doing it at 1900 in-game. Sunday night. Okay. That works. I won't be there. Can you do it on a Friday night or a Saturday night? Nope. Sunday? Alright. I won't be a part of it. Somebody's already been here and scanned this. If I sit in the cone longer, it'll damage my FSD a little bit more. Let's try to stay in the cone as long as we can. Oh, there we go. We got our second warning. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Come on. Just chew me up.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Oh, we're out. Oh, okay. Don't do what I just did. Do not do what I just did. Bad idea. Bad touch. Where is the Neutron? There it is. 23 light years. We boosted here to get 23 light years.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm trying to get this thing to 78% just to show off what it does when it errors. Because there is some concern by some people, when you burn out your FSD to a certain point, it will drop you out of Super Cruise. It will not do that. The only thing it'll drop you out of Super Cruise is when your FSD is literally at 0. Or when it's turned off, which is basically the same thing. A 1% FSD will get you into Super Cruise. However, getting you to actually jump to a system...
Frameshift drive supercharged.
81%. We're getting closer.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Yeah, it's not gonna... my integrity's too high.
Frameshift drive charging.
81%, 81%. Come on, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. We can drop it down. Intentionally putting myself in hazard's way to educate the masses, as it were.
3, 2,
Please, please, please do this. Please drop me 2%.
System scan complete. Warning, frameshift drive.
Hands are off the controls. Just let it happen. Come on.
Frameshift drive.
Yeah, I know I'm charged. It's not really what I care about at the moment. I want that.
Warning, hull breach attack. Taking internal.
There we go.
Module malfunction.
Yeah!
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Hazardous substance. There you go. That's what happens. So you drop to 80%, you get a hazardous hull breach attack because the game doesn't know what is happening. It thinks somebody is trying to kill you, which technically something is trying to kill you. It's just a star. A Davo. I can jump there and jump back at least. Go have a look at it.
Frameshift drive charging.
I will not be scooping this, however, obviously. Don't need to.
2, 1, engage.
You are quite near to the sun that you're binary
System
with.
scan complete.
How is that a thing? Excuse me, what? What? Excuse me, good sir. I would like to make your acquaintance. Shall we be friends here? Seven probes. I think not, good sir. Five probes should do it. But I am more curious about your orbit and why you fly the way you fly.
Surface scan complete.
With geological sites to visit, too. So let's go do that. Huh. Very curious. What type of gravity are we dealing with, too? 1.4! Curiouser and curiouser. Because it does appear that this planet actually flies directly perpendicular to this white dwarf and through one of its jet cones.
Orbital flight engaged.
How very curious indeed. Oh, we're at the far end of it, too. It actually gets really close on that side. What's the orbital time of this thing? 2 days. Huh. We got here a day late, but this does appear that this planet orbits this star and this white dwarf perpendicularly, and does in fact travel through the neutron cone. How very, very interesting. This is not quite Planet of Death. I've already been there. But it's, it's not far off. I guess you all got to see it here with me. This is a thing. We found it and discovered it together. Well, there you go. That's a thing we found. I don't even have a reaction for this. It's just fascinating. Planet of Death is also substantially lower gravity. It's actually a really small planet. This is 1.4 G. This is quite the curiosity. Very, very much so. I don't know if I would say that it's a galactic point of interest. I don't know if I would try to submit it to that, but it is certainly interesting. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. We are. How far are we from the bubble? Let's just say the bubble is here. We are 6,000 light years from the bubble. So, if this should be a point of interest, let me know. It is interesting. I'll give it that much. And I do have to take care of high G landing here. It is not standard G. Literally just found this by accident. I mean, purely by chance. I would not normally have even bothered to jump to this system. So nice red clouds on those geysers, too. A little bit bumpy landing, but that's alright. It looks like we're moving away from the cone at the moment. But, let's go take a drive. Come on. Turn off my mining gear. Not colorblind HUD colors. These are dark purple, purple, and silver, and it's just because I like the colors, but because I can actually see the contrast against most of the galaxy lights with them as well, so... These are mostly steam vents. They're not like massive like jet geysers or anything. If I can get over this one that's blocking my way onto this little platform here. Break the camera. Appropriate music is appropriate. This is... I might have to clip this. This is... Genuinely, what am I looking at? Let me get me a fixed camera here and let me move the mouse around. Yeah. Very, very curious. Very, very curious. I literally can't explain what we've just discovered together here. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah. I don't even care about picking any of this stuff up. It's just... This is just bizarre. I yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I should get back to the stream. Because I have no idea what we've just run across. But apparently nobody else has ever been here. It just looks... Oh, it does... It looks so unreal. Okay, what we need to do. I already know what we need to do. First of all, we need to not die. That's step number 1. 1.4 G... Not... Yeah, I can thrust off, take off my landing gear after a little while. Don't need to worry too much about super high G takeoffs and all that good stuff. It's only when you hit 2G that you really need to pay attention to all that. Ooh. At 1.4 though, we're still feeling it, definitely. Oh, because my engine pips. Okay, we are still gaining altitude. Okay, we're still moving forward. Good. Woo, okay. Alright. But I know what we need to do. we need to get far enough away we can actually see the orbit of this thing. And see if it does in fact travel through the neutron cone jets. Or the white dwarf cone jets, excuse me. It's not even a neutron star. We're that close. We're so close that it's not even a neutron star.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So that's the neutron, or that's the white dwarf. Stop calling it that, Chang. It's not. So we're gonna head off over the horizon this way, away from it. And it's going to take us a while to get away out of the gravity of the planet, of course. So those are orbiting around each other that way. We're gonna see if this actually does travel through the cones. I have a weird, suspicious feeling that it genuinely does. I can see the line. It travels. It looks like it travels of that way and that way, and we're gonna find out if it actually goes through the cones. Oh, this stream is getting bizarre. This is just. Oh, this stream is getting weird. This is no longer a neutron boosting stream. This is just what the fuck is space stream now. Because this doesn't make any sense. I can't be the only one thinking it. I can't be the only one thinking it. This just doesn't make sense. Like, I have to run perpendicular to the star to get parallel with the planet's orbit. Oh, jeez. Okay, what we're gonna do, just to confirm, we're gonna get the white dwarf and the yellow. What is that, a K or an M? It's an M class, okay. We're gonna get those two perpendicular with each other so they're flat on. That way we can actually see the orbit of this thing which is almost directly perpendicular to both the binaries at the same time. And I need to get far enough away that I can actually see. It goes through the cones. That is through the cone. That is. I don't even need to get all the way out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, so those are almost flat on. Close enough. It barely touches the tip of the edge of the cone out there. It is clearly inside the cone at that end. What am I looking at? It is clearly inside the jet cone of this white dwarf on that edge of its orbit. What am I looking at? This is... I don't even know what the... I don't have words. I don't even have words to describe what... Hold on. I have to fly even closer to it on this edge. But don't get close to the white dwarf. Just confirm it. That is in the cone. That is in the cone. There is no way that is not in the cone. Look at it. My sanity was gone a long time ago, Relin Rain. This is... Oh god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's... I need to land again. I need to land again. I need a screenshot. This needs a submission. Okay, first of all, okay, hold on. First of all, let's get that perpendicular view again with the orbits flat on. This is getting submitted. This is a POI. This is getting submitted. This is a thing that has happened. And I have to do it inside this crazy ass freaking... I can get further away than that to get a good view of it. "50 light seconds from the planet should get me far enough away from the star as well." And like while I'm fiddling around and dicking about with this, of course somebody else is gonna tag it, but I just don't care. Look at this thing! Look at that! Look at it! I mean, look at the orbit. Oh, that's a... Oh! That is ridiculous. It doesn't even make sense. Oh! And it's beautiful! Okay. Okay. I got my screenshot. Come on, Shank. Focus. What are you doing out there? What are you? Ugh! Look at this orbit. This doesn't make any sense. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm streaming, but this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm glad I'm streaming because I got to share it with other people and be like, this is a real thing that happened. But it doesn't make any sense. Oh, please be on the please be just over the horizon so I can actually get a good view of everything with the ground. Oh, please. I was at Geo 6.5 before, and you had to look almost straight up. Oh, yes. My goal, my lifetime goal, is to find a planet like this, orbiting a neutron. Because I mean, white dwarfs are, you can see it blinking and freaking out. Because even the white dwarf is like, what the fuck is going on? Pardon my language. I'm sorry. I'm on the radio stream. I'm not on my stream. Oh, jeez, Chank, come on. You're on the radio stream. You're not in your stream. We've spent half an hour here. We've wasted half an hour because of this one freaking rock. But I have to get a good surface image of it. And this looks like it has potential. Geosite 6 was just way too directly on, but... Oh! I lost my sanity a long time ago when I flew out to the edge of nothing and stared into the void. And so when I see something like this, it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, so I see what you're saying, Kyle Hamar. This event has been reported, but this particular planet has not. Nobody has ever been here before. This does not exist. This has never been visited by anyone. So this one is still unique. Please, please still give me the red cloud. Why do these look like magma? Oh my goodness, are you... You've got to be kidding me. This planet has multiple geosites. Or multiple types of geosites, not even just geosites themselves. Remember, last one was Red Cloud steam fumaroles. Okay, we still got red clouds. Magma lock. Game! What are you doing to me? I need a minute. I need a minute. Oh. Okay. I've got the vodka. I'm back. I am ready to deal with this. I can't deal with this. I'll be right back. Alright. I'm okay. I got this now. Okay. No more needle crystals. Not gonna bother with anything else. Let's get back on the ship. Because now I need to go back. I need to go back to Geosite 6 now and just make sure that they were not also the same exact thing. These are iron magma fumaroles. At Geosite 6, I'm pretty sure they were iron steam vents. Landing gear retracted immediately on. Thrusters activated. Thrust back up. Pips to engines. It's only 1.4, so I should be okay. You can see me losing speed, but I'm alright. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
At Geosite 6, I'm pretty sure they were steam. They're magma vents, not fumaroles. So we're gonna just visit to make sure. But we now have plenty of pictures, and we have the site tagged and mapped and everything to report it as a potential POI. And I really feel uncomfortable and weird that literally all of the POIs that I have ever tried to submit or suggest are always very near orbit objects. And that's kind of my thing, other than neutron stars, of course. Whew! I will post that picture in photos, as well as being submitted to the forums. If this does become a POI, then, you know, that'll be the image that you get to see every time you look at it on GalMap, or on EDSM, excuse me. But first, I need to submit it and have it confirmed. And just in case it isn't, I will be posting that to the photo on the FleetCom Discord. And of course, this stream will be up. I'm gonna close this stream out as soon as